What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on the Amplified Console Edition. We're back over at our cottage right now. The last episode I've pretty much just finished recording, so if you've left any comments regarding that, I probably won't get to them or respond back to them till the end part of this video. I just wanted to record this part because, well, I'll explain as I go, but we need some rockets first of all. Get some flight, hopefully. There we go. Now, our village breeder's working fine. We've been focusing heavily over the last couple of episodes, pretty much breaking the game mechanics, getting over the mob cap with our insanely ridiculous moosetree farm, and then our even more insanely ridiculous chicken farm, which was the last episode. Today I want to focus more on, well, not trying to break the game, but actually using the game what it's been pretty much made for, making things, well, making builds and the cosmetic side of things. Today I want to work on this fort. It's been driving me insane. I come over here quite often, and it being not even nearly remotely finished is driving me a little bit bonkers. But now I have got access to two separate Xbox One consoles, and I'm recording here, but I can record in a different room than what I'm playing in. I can actually attempt to do a third-person time-lapse of me cracking on with this. Now, what I need to do with this before I actually start with the video, well, with the video started. With the time lapse is this wall, like the four walls, the three walls, this one, the other side, and the back end, need to have quite a few layers built onto them for the details. So probably about 2 or 3 blocks coming out, and then I want to bring them out quite a lot further at the top. The 4 towers on each corner, they need to be beefed up quite a bit, so I'll probably bring them out 1 block either side, just so that the center tower bit doesn't look so thin and miserable. As you can see right now, it's pretty much completely sandstone. We're going to be introducing a different color, which I'm going to go favoring the spruce wood. That's the extra color that we're going to be mixing with this build. And I have already, well, I should have already got most of our stuff with us. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot of spruce wood to crack on. We've got a lot of sandstone, that's garbage, sandstone, sand, more garbage, and then that one should be garbage as well. This is where pretty much all of our chests from all the projects running from our villager breeder all the way to our mining outpost, all the garbage stuff has just been thrown into these. These will be sorted as soon as I can get the cosmetics of the fort done, so then I can start cracking on with what I really want to do, which is the brand new storage room with the full item sorter to save me having to organise the chests manually. Now, yeah, so I will crack on with building this, and hopefully the time-lapse video comes out alright. I will see you back shortly. And we're back, guys. Now, hopefully some of that third-person time-lapse came out okay. I did run into a couple of issues. First of all, without me realising, the first 2 hours worth of recording, I think I only got about 20, maybe 30 minutes worth of actual showable footage. And yeah, as you can see, the netherrack things are obviously from where I had the second character plugged in and doing the actual time-lapse angles from. But what I didn't realise is that obviously when you go AFK, that after about, I think it's about 10 minutes, the screen then goes incredibly dark for some reason when you're going AFK. But so the first 2 hours worth of recording, which was the right hand side, let me just get some flight and we'll take you around. So the first angle I think was up from over here, and yeah, there we go. After about, I think you must have got around about 10, maybe 15 minutes worth of footage doing this side and the front, and that was before I realised that when you're going AFK that the screen went dark, and I'm not sure if that footage is going to be showable yet or not. I know at night time it definitely won't be. That's the second issue that I ran into. Obviously with a second character plugged in, I wasn't able to sleep away the night, so I was trying to build in the dark not to disrupt the third person time lapse, otherwise you'd have like constant breaks each time it got dark. But I'm not 100% sure how the footage is going to come out. I've not done any editing of it yet, so hopefully there's some decent usable footage and hopefully it's come out okay, but soon we'll tell. Now regarding the actual building that I've done, I'm quite happy with the walls that I've come up with. Now this is the first attempt of any sort of castle or fortress type build that I've ever done, and I think the walls come out pretty good. I did get some inspiration looking on, I went just onto Google search fortress walls. I think it was the first image that come up that I sort of took a lot of inspiration from in regards to the bottom sections where the stairs are, and then towards how far the actual top sections come out. The front I got quite stuck on. In my creative world, obviously, I planned out all the walls and everything and how I wanted them to look in creative before attempting to do this. The front of it, I couldn't find any images online or any other fortress or castle type builds that I really wanted to sort of mimic or take inspiration from. And let's see if I can go sleep anytime soon before any mobs spawn. Well, I'm not sure if you noticed in the third person time lapse dealing with the mobs, so a bit of a nightmare after a while. Now regarding the front of it, I actually went and took some inspiration from an actual castle. So where you've got them trapdoors from are actually placements in real castles where I'm assuming archers could fire down at attackers attacking the gate. So I thought bringing that front section out quite a little bit and having the trapdoors there was a nice little added feature. Now by no means am I trying to make this historically accurate in any way, I just wanted it to look good. So I've done the left side, the right side and the front of the main fortress. I've done the 4 towers, and I think the way that I've implemented the spruce wood comes out really nice. I've not done the back wall yet because I'm not 100% sure on how I want the back wall to look. But what I was thinking with the back wall is to have some form of like aqueduct system probably coming out below, probably around about this point here, have like 2 or 3 of them coming out bringing water down, which would then eventually lead into the ocean, and that would add like a little touch of blue, a little bit of colour to the back end of it rather than having all 3 sides look the exact same. The towers, I'm quite happy with the way they've come out. They do look a lot more square than I'd hoped they would have looked, but I couldn't really avoid that with bulking them up a bit. I would have had to bring them out another whole layer just to get the sort of circular angle, but I think it's enough to make them distinctive for the actual towers. Now also, yeah, that did not work, did it? some food and let's see if we get some more flight. Oh, come on. Yep, that just is not happening at the moment. I need a bit of higher land. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell, but I went yesterday. I wasn't really in the mood for recording. This is like 2 days after doing the time lapse of the actual fortress, and I've gone round expanding our desert quite a lot. I spent about 6 or 7 hours. Like the majority of that mountain was all greenery. All of this area here was all plains biome. The majority of this mountain, as you can see, was savanna, and this side was the plains, which then crossed over across there up onto that mountain, halfway across that mountain, and it led all the way over to there where that savanna is. And I've done a lot of terraforming, collecting a lot of sand from other deserts, moving it here to expand our desert ready for the main fortress walls that are going to be surrounding the area. So that took quite a bit of time, and but when I'm not in the mood for recording, I still fancied playing a bit of Minecraft, and I wanted to expand the desert quite a bit. Like I still want to get rid of, I actually want to get flight again just so I can show you. There we go. This area over here, like I've done the entire top of this. This area is now being flattened out, ready for a build that I've already got planned. That area has been flattened out, and I've got other plans for that one as well. Now we've got savanna over there, which I want to get rid of, change that to desert, and also this entire middle section here. So probably where that sand is there, I want to cut across the desert to join up to here. So then you won't get all of this valley. I can hear skellies down there somewhere. So all of this section here will be desert also. So then when you're looking out, you won't get that brown mold coming up and over there. That will just all be desert and it will blend in nicely. If I was to load up the world now and create a new world, I'll definitely increase the scale of the biomes to much larger, because yeah, trying to find any biome that's big enough that the only thing you can see in each direction is that biome, I think is really nice. Like over there you can only see desert. The majority over there you can just barely make out the snow caps of that mountain over there. Over this side you've got this massive mountain to obscure our view from the, I think it's plains biome on top of the hills over there. But yeah, I like just to be able to see desert in each view, which is I think going to blend in really nicely. But enough about that. I thought I might as well do some bits and pieces on camera with you guys now. If you know how to get rid of that stupid AFK dark screen, like the second part, doing this side, the third person time lapse shouldn't be an issue, because it was extremely infuriating, to be honest with you. I actually want to add some lighting to underneath these things. There we go. There we go. Yeah, every 10 minutes I had to run back and forth from the rooms, just tap the pad a little to make sure they didn't go into the dark screen. And after doing this side, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes it was in total, I got extremely fed up, and I did plan on doing a lot more in third person time lapse. I did plan on doing the entire top section, which I've also want to get done, but having to do that, run back and forth from the rooms just to tap the pad, is extremely infuriating. And after a while, it was a bit of exercise for me, running back and forth every 10 minutes, but it did halter the progress and slow me down an extraordinary amount. And not being able to sleep away the nights, obviously, because there's 2 people and it was an online game, it did get slightly annoying after a while. But yeah, I want to add some lighting, because I was noticing at night time that these walls were very, very dark. So I've got a couple of plans of how to put lighting in them. One of them's silverback glowstone just down underneath these fence posts, because they're not going to be visible. So we'll finish doing this, and then get rid of that one. You've also could probably tell that I done some terraforming to the side of this. Like this thing was just hanging off of an edge that I built out, so I sort of built up the terrain a little bit just to make it look like a bit more of a cliff rather than it just being straight flat out build, so it looks like it's got some sort of support to it. I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. I've got creeper holes dotted about here, there and everywhere at the moment, but while I'm building the surrounding walls and houses and villages and stuff that I want to build in this area, that will all be dealt with. I think that lighting's alright, and I also wanted to put in, oh, I actually wanted to go up higher than that, thanks. Let's go up to there. And we should have some sandstone on us. And then I was thinking about putting lighting in underneath the trapdoors. I think would look pretty decent. So it's about to get to night time soon as well anyway. I thought I might as well see how it looks before it gets to night time. I think this is the last one. Get rid of you. Like a bit of glowstone in. Yep, and that's not too visible. Just run across, do these. Obviously I'll do it for the other side as well if it looks decent enough. There we go. Couple more. Oh, yeah, just a couple more. And then I want to knock out the torches below to be able to get a decent view. There we go, so that's them ones in. Now obviously none of this area is spawnable for mobs, because it's all stairs, half slabs, and basically everything that mobs can't actually spawn on. So it's extremely handy. It did become extremely handy obviously when I was building over here, because having mob spawn would have been I was always worried when it got to night time, because I had, you probably saw in the third person time lapse from this angle over here, that I was having to deal with mobs quite often, and there was actually mobs trying to fire arrows up where I had the second player plugged in, which was quite amusing. Now before it gets to night time, I thought we might as well set out what we want to do with the top tower. So I'm not 100% settled on the design I want, but we want to get some smooth stone. So whack a few of these up. Okay, yeah, why did I just take it off my hotbar? Then we want to cut these in by about 3, but we actually want the angle to be 3. So go 1, 2, 3. Okay, well the angle's going to have to be 2. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We do that, and then we want, that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it will probably indent by 1. So, indent by 1. And get rid of view. Just light these up, because obviously these will be spawnable. How many is it off? 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So hopefully this is correct. Do that. Light them up quickly. Oh well, we'll hop across. Oh, there is some. Oh, there is a spawn. Oh, them blocks up there are spawnable, as you can probably tell now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to be coming for us now. Oh, And then we want this one to come in just there. Oh, what an idiot. And then how wide is this central going to be? Because obviously we want these things to be our sort of columns that go up. I think that may have to be indented by 2. So if we bring it back to about here, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be 9 wide in the middle, with the 4 towers being 5 wide each, which would be 2 shorter than the main towers on the outside. I think that should look decent. Let's quickly go get a view of what the outside looks like with that lighting. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Saving spike? God, I hate that sometimes. Come on. There we go. And my God, how many creepers are there? Let's see if we can just land up on that little platform thing that we've built. Oh, no. Oh, that is not what we wanted. Come on. There we go. That happened. Yeah, I think that lighting looks pretty decent, actually. If we do that on both sides, back and, well, both left and right, figure out the lighting for the front of it. Obviously, all these torches eventually are going to be gone. We've got so many mobs spawning down below. But what I will do is I'll crack on and get a little bit more done on the top tower. Probably get most of that built off camera this time. And I'll bring you back when that's all done. So I'll see you back in a sec. And we're back, guys. Now, it's been a fair few hours later. I thought I'd bring you back and show it at night time. What I've done with the top tower. I've done pretty much the same as what I've done with the sides and the corner bits on our main fortress bit below. Now, let me just show you around one of the sides, hopefully not getting killed. I've lit it up, it looks pretty decent. The towers on each corner look quite bulky, so I'm not sure if I want to reduce them at all. I've not done anything with the back end yet, I'm still deciding what to do with that. I need to put more lighting on the actual towers themselves and put windows in the towers at the top. Anywhere I go at the moment is just going to be covered with mobs. Let me quickly try to find somewhere to sleep. Ouch, without landing in a cactus. Duh. Yeah, I've spent probably around about another 3, maybe 4 hours on this top tower section. Now I've done the lighting in the same hidden places as the bottom one. I'm thinking of, let me have a look. We come up here. Ouch. What I am thinking of doing is where we've got these spruce planks to put trapdoors and then put glowstone above them. Now that is what I have gone ahead and done at the front. Now I'm not too worried about the lighting with the towers because I'm going to have windows inside of them, like 2 on either one, and then I'll probably have some lighting inside there. At the front here, if we just break there, as you see I've got glowstone, which is now just sitting above the trapdoors, so it shines downwards. But we still need to get a lot more lighting on the towers themselves. Everywhere up here is spawn proof. I've gone for the same type of wall design as I have on the main fortress, so not to steer too away from it. I thought it would have looked a bit odd if we had 2 separate designs. Yeah, this. So I'm not too sure about the corner towers at the top. The corner sections there look a lot wider than what they should be. I think I may bring the spruce logs out, either like 1 on each side, which will shorten that diagonal gap by 2, which will bring it more into sort of size proportion as the fortress below. That wouldn't actually take too long to change itself. It'll just be a little bit of finagling with the actual turret tops. But let's go to one of the sides and then we get a better angle. Oh, without dying, hopefully. Come on, get some flight. Hopefully. Yeah, without the rockets and ender pearls, this would have took me about 10 times longer to build. Yeah, if we come to, let's say, over here. Let's get out of the way of the netherracks, get a decent viewpoint. Yeah, so the walls themselves look pretty decent. I think if we do bring the spruce logs out by one either side on the front and side, and then that'll bring the top towers in more proportion to these ones down here, to the main towers. Yeah, the lighting along the top of the walls I think would look good at night, because you'll have lighting coming up from the bottom, lighting in the middle where the logs are, and then lighting coming down. So I'll definitely do that. But yeah, for today, I think that's going to be it. I think this episode's running a little bit long as it is, and I've spent way too long on Minecraft over the last couple of days, so I think I need a little bit of a break. But yeah, I think our fortress is coming along nicely. Inside's being cleared out. Now, before we end off, let's just quickly have a pop in there. As you can see, it's completely hollow all the way up to the top, so our iron farm's still currently working. My plan is to eventually tear this iron farm down. We don't really need it, that we've got the quad iron golem farm. I was going to keep it, but I've decided that once we've got our perimeter wall up and it's all mob proofed inside the perimeter wall, that I actually want villagers wandering around the houses and stuff that I'm going to be building inside, because I want to be able to use doors in this area as well for the actual buildings. So I'm going to have like little village type buildings, and hopefully the villagers will be wandering around, and it will just make it seem a little bit more like an active village rather than just a desolate wasteland with random buildings dotted about. So the iron farm will be being torn down. I'll probably do that in between episodes. It's not very interesting, me actually bulldozing something. But I'm going to get the chest in place for our storage system in between this episode and the next one. And then I've actually got plans of what I want to do in the next episode. It involves some hostile mobs, which I'm looking forward to. That's if it works or not, I don't know. I've not done too much testing in my creative world. I will definitely change the towers. I'll bring the spruce logs going up out by one on each side, so then you don't have that massive diagonal bit there, which this is the first time I've actually stepped back and have a decent look at it. I was happy with the walls. I wasn't too sure about the towers, but yeah, I'll definitely be changing that in between the episodes. But I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have and it's your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing for future Minecraft content, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.